Hello again, friends. We're in Olympic National Park up at Hurricane Ridge, just leaving the visitor center. This is the bus turnaround zone where Clallam Transit brought us up here to the ridge from Port Angeles. Hikers coming down the road from Hurricane Hill tell us that the Hurricane Hill Trail is closed because the mountain goat removal program is in its final stage, so that entire hill is closed apparently. So plan B is not going to be, oh well, we'll do it again another time. We're going to take an alternate route. We told you about the old road that went down from Hurricane Ridge and Hurricane Hill, what is now the Wolf Creek Trail, and we are on that right now. So it is a very gentle sloping 8 miles down to the Whiskey Bend Road, and then we will hike that old road all the way out to Olympic Hot Springs and out to the highway. So that's about 8 miles plus 5 plus probably 5 more. Yeah, we're looking like about 18 miles, but this is a very gentle grade. It's not going to be too difficult to do. This part of the Wolf Creek Trail is beautiful. It's got some real panoramic views of the Olympics. Some nice flowers right now too. Those orange flowers you see down below are a paintbrush. Let's step out here to the side. You can see all of this cow parsnip. Hiking now down this Wolf Creek Trail for a while. I'll give you an idea here in a second. I checked my phone. It's been about an hour since I left up at the top of the ridge. Stopped at a creek. Got some water, very close to losing my smart water bottle in the stream because it got out of my hand, and was heading down into the culvert until it stopped on a rock just before it did that. I have a backup way of getting water, but I was really close to losing the smart water bottle, and that's why I always take 2 when I go, just in case I lose it. Another big sweeping curve on the road. This is the old Hurricane Ridge Road, and now the Wolf Creek Trail. It's about noon now. We're continuing on the Wolf Creek Trail, heading down, and I believe now we're down into the montane forest. Our elevation is about 3,850 feet. I don't know how far we've come so far because I didn't set a track. I'm trying to save a little bit of phone battery, but I would say we're getting close to 4 out of the 8 miles down to Whiskey Bend. Saw evidence of a recent crossing of the trail by a coyote sometime today. Haven't seen any other wildlife though on this trail. Okay, I've switched over to my phone to record because it seems the GoPro is not working. Changed batteries, still can't get it to turn on, so I don't know what's going on with that. It just may be dead. I don't know. But anyway, we're on the phone. A little chipmunk running down the... Where's a squirrel? A squirrel running down the end of this log right here. Let's see if we can see him. He just took off, went down there. Anyway, I'm down to about 3,400 feet on this road. I think we're about halfway down to Whiskey Bend, but it's been slow going. It's pretty overgrown. You can see that all the brush is kind of encroached on the old road, so it's really thin. That's a huge windfall there. Big old fir. So we're going to keep going. Maybe when we get down to Whiskey Bend, there's a picnic table or two down there. We'll see if we can operate on that GoPro, get it running again. We ought to get there in about maybe an hour and a half, maybe. I don't know. It's a beautiful day down here in the forest, very quiet. I heard one helicopter that was up near Hurricane Hill, but that's all. Down to about 2,200 feet now. A lot of salal brush in this area. Kind of broke out of a real overgrown section. And there's only a few more curves and gullies along here, and then we'll start to really straighten it out and head on a gradual incline down to Whiskey Bend. About 1:15 in the afternoon now, 2,500 feet on the altimeter, and a real thick salal brush. A little bit after 1:30. I think I'm about 2 miles from Whiskey Bend. I ran into an old sign post. It was like a 4x4 that had 7s on all 4 sides. I'm thinking that may have been the milepost 7 for the old Hurricane Ridge Road. Mile 5 would be at Whiskey Bend, and 7 would be 2 miles up the hill from Whiskey Bend. That's the reason I'm using it be milepost 7. Never seen that post before. Somebody probably yarded it out of the brush or something. But as you can see, it's just real thick brush salal. It's been anywhere from knee to armpit high, and you gotta be really careful here because it's when you can't see the trail, it's really easy to step on a rock or step in a hole. I'm glad I'm wearing my ankle braces today. Anyway, you got to cross all of these trees, so beautiful forest as we continue dropping down towards Whiskey Bend. Salal on the roadway. It's just a small sample of what the forest is like along here. Well, we're here at Whiskey Bend now. I got the GoPro working again. I couldn't make it turn on a million times on the way down, but I took it out and put another battery in it. Put battery number 4 in there and it turned right on. So I don't know what the scoop was on that, but anyway, there's the old Whiskey Bend trailhead. We're stopped for a hike, or stopped for a break here anyway. Have some trail mix and get underway in a minute. All right, heading north up the Whiskey Bend Road now as we continue on our walk out to Highway 101. I think it's about 9 miles maybe. Don't know the exact amount. There's a bus in about 3.5 hours, and then there's another one in about 5.5 hours. I don't have any doubt that we can make it to the one at 8 o'clock or around there. We might be able to make it to the one at 6. Doesn't matter. We'll just keep walking, and it'll be a lot easier now that we're on this old, relatively recently used road. The washout happened about 5 years ago, and so it's a few windfalls here and there, but it's not completely overgrown like that road that's been buried in brush for 50, 60 years. That was very tiring. Be walking through all that salal brush and not being able to see any place where you're putting your foot down. This is a sooty grass on the road right in front of me here. Saw a truck on this road packed full of Park Service personnel. Haven't seen the pickup truck come back yet, so I don't know what they were doing. If they were part of a trail crew or what. Didn't really expect to see a vehicle, but it seems like every time I walk up here and don't expect to see a vehicle, I do. So I have seen a bear on this road. I think right about in this area. In fact, okay, we're arriving at the east side of the Glines Canyon Overlook on the Elwha River here on Whiskey Bend Road. It's about 10 minutes until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Gonna go out here and take a look at the river, take a few pictures, I think. Doesn't look like there's anybody on the other side either. spillway. And this used to be Lake Mills. Now it's several hundred feet down. All right, we made it to the Elwha Bypass Trail around the washout, and we're going to be coming out at the north end of it in just a moment. Quite a bit of runoff right now. Still a lot of snow up there. All right, we're approaching the highway. The bus is about 5 miles down the road, and it's now about 5:55, so 5 minutes till its approximate arrival time. Considering that we have gone between 17 and 18 miles coming down from Hurricane Ridge today, and had to take a detour instead of the route that we wanted to go. It's been a real successful hike today. No injury, no blisters, and kept hydrated for the most part. And we did, like I say, about 17 to 18 miles from Hurricane Ridge down to the Elwha via the Wolf Creek Trail, the old road that is now covered in brush. And then the Whiskey Bend Road and the Olympic Hot Springs Road back to the highway, here, Highway 101. And the bus is going to be here shortly, and we will catch a ride back into Port Angeles. So I'm just showing you this is a way that you don't have to necessarily have 2 cars to pull off this hike that comes from up at Hurricane Ridge and to go down to the Elwha. You can take the bus to both ends and enjoy a beautiful outing in Olympic National Park. Friends, I appreciate your subscribing and viewing all of our videos that we have, almost, what is it, 190 something now, and I appreciate all your views. Until next time, so long.